Hey Trailblazers. Oof, another week. Ugh, last week by Friday, I was dead man walking. Oh my goodness, no time. Busy as a bee. I was exhausted. You know what I did when I got back Friday after the end of the week? Tss, go. Down that cold beer. That's what you need. That's my advice. Have a nice ice cold beer on Friday evening after a long week. Wow, it was tough. This week should be better. But do I wish I had an extra hour in the day. What would you do if you had an extra hour in the day? Everybody wishes they had some spare time, right? Some free time? Would you learn more English? Take a training course? Sleep an extra hour? Maybe take on a new hobby or interest? What would you do? Think about it right after this video bumper. Pew! Alright, and we're back. Time flies when you're having fun. Whew. Time doesn't wait for nobody. Alright, so hopefully you had a few seconds there to think about what your decision would be. My advice, of course, Nandis, ESL Trailblazer, let's make something happen, don't you forget it, is to take that extra English course, right? I mean, what are we here for, right? We gotta improve our English. So, I think the answer to that question is obvious. However, if you're not such a big fan of English and the language itself, then okay, I'm not gonna take it personally, but maybe you need to rethink your priorities, okay? I'm gonna leave it there, all right? So my topic today, while we build momentum for a new week, okay, is to talk about a nice topic that I think teachers can use and really expand on: time. All right, so I've already used some expressions that you can incorporate into a lesson, okay? And I'm just going to keep going with it. It's not going to be a long lesson. The language is very straightforward. I'll tell you at the end how you can incorporate into that lesson, okay? So, as I said, I think choosing your extra hour in your life, if you had it, would be to improve that English. And that means not postponing it, not procrastinating, not sitting down idle, but taking action, making something happen, and practicing your English every day, okay? Because time doesn't wait for anyone, okay? All right, so right there I used a bunch of expressions: procrastinate, idle, put off, postpone, okay, that are connected with time, all right? Time is a great healer. Another expression you can use: time is money. If you're a teacher, time is money because you get paid on the hour. All right, you can use that. Business people use that a lot. Okay, time flies when you're having fun. And oh man, am I having fun right now? ESL Trailblazer, this is fun, and it flies by like that. Man. Making the video flies by. Okay, I don't know how it is for you watching it. I hope it's not a bore. Okay, so those are some expressions that you can use. There's no time like the present. Wow, what an expression. That's what teachers need to use in classrooms when they're trying to motivate students to improve their English. There's no time like the present. Always keep that expression in mind when you want to motivate yourself to do something, whether it's exercise, lose weight, improve your English. Take on a new hobby, take on a training course, improve your English. Okay, you get my drift. All right, so let's move on. Time, the word, has a lot of collocations. We can spend time, we can save time, we can waste time, okay? Or we have free or spare time. That word might be new to like intermediate students: spare time. You know, spare like extra, left over, you know, like a spare tire in your car. Okay, all right, so yeah, I have some spare time. I'll help you out this weekend if you need help, okay? If you need help, I have some spare time, okay? If you want any lesson ideas, I got spare time. I'll be checking those comments. Write something in there, okay? All right, so those are some collocations, but we have more. Take your time. Tell someone the time, like telling them what time it is. Tell someone the time, okay? Take your time watching this video. Relax. Maybe rewind. Watch it again if you're enjoying it, okay? Write down those expressions, okay? When you give your students an exercise, you might say to them, take your time, okay? Maybe don't do that. All right. Give them the time limit, all right? Next, have time for or make time for something, okay? So if someone asks you for a favor or they need your help, you might say, I have no time for this, or yes, I have some time. Let me know what you need, okay? Or you need to make time for something, okay? Making time for something means that you don't have it as we speak, but you'll find a way. You'll cancel something else, postpone something else, or not do something else that maybe you had planned and make time for this new activity. Learning English, watching ESL Trailblazer videos, improving your English in general, okay? So make time, very good expression. I don't hear my students using it. Very simple, easy to adapt, okay? So there's some language right there. You can introduce that into a lesson, all right? We also have some other expressions: to run out of time, okay? Or I had the time of my life. How was the party? I had the time of my life. How was your vacation? I had the time of my life. I was making that ESL Trailblazer video. I had the time of my life making that ESL Trailblazer video, okay? From dusk till dawn, when you want to say how hard you're working. From dusk till dawn. That's a lot of work. Okay, morning till night, basically, all right? Have a great time, but you know, I'm not a big fan of good, so don't say I had a good time. Say I had a great time, or I had an amazing time, a phenomenal time. It was absolutely amazing, okay? Amazing time, all right? Do me a favor, use some of those expressions. Look at all of that I just given you. You can definitely incorporate that. Doesn't matter what level you are, okay? It is taking ages. This video is not taking ages. It's only been a few minutes, okay? But when you're waiting online and you're being impatient and you don't want to wait, you say this is taking ages. And then you might use a nasty word in there. You can put it in there. You know where it goes. I don't have to tell you, okay? All right. I mean, so what would you do with that extra hour? Keep thinking about that now. Okay, because it really depends too on what kind of person you are. So are you a night owl or are you an early bird? Okay, what do you consider to be quality time? Okay, so those are good questions you can ask your students or for you to think about when making a decision about this extra hour that you have, okay? Or this extra hypothetical hour that you ask as a teacher to your students to think about. You can ask your students to talk about amongst each other in pairs, whether they are night owls or early birds. What effect does that have on their daily routine? How does that affect the time that they spend doing the activities throughout their day? That's an activity that you can put into a lesson where you ask students to account for the hours in the day and how they spend it, okay? Whether it's homework, the activities that they do, the chores that they do, shopping, how much time they sleep, etc., etc. You can come up with a whole list, all right? So that's the language I got. And like I said, I'm going back to the basics. This is a nice lesson with time. I have a link below that you can check out that takes you to a lesson that I've already set up for you right off my website. So for teachers out there, check that out, okay? Make something happen. Keep building that momentum, all right? Remember the newsletter, Freshen Up Fridays, comes out again this Friday. If you're missing it, make some time. Okay, sign up, newsletters below, all right? I have really enjoyed making this episode. I hope you have too, all right? Check out the new boom, 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 all right? I'm Nandis, ESL Trailblazer, signing out. You have a great week. Be proud teachers. Do what you love. Make sure that you keep on rocking. It's another week, but you're the boss. You're the star. You're the trailblazer. Make it happen. Let's try and build this community. Remember, subscribe or share. Love it. Boom. Take it easy. See you guys. In all that excitement, I forgot a very important expression. How do you value your time? Okay? If you value it, you're gonna do some effort and not come up with excuses and learn some of that English, huh? Okay? And if you do value your time, remember that if you're working too hard, like I was last week, you gotta pop open that beer and go good, and relax. Take a deep breath and figure out what's important and what's worth doing and what's not, right? That brings up another lesson idea that you can talk about time in your classes with your students and how different cultures value time and how it's spent, whether with family or with friends, or maybe how far in the future they look into, like just as individuals, okay? So certain nationalities might have a different perception of time than others. And I will be talking about that in another episode when we're talking about the future. Whoa, pretty intense stuff. Okay, but it is connected to English like everything else. All right? Thank you very much. And remember, make something happen. I'll see you.